Taurus, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter November Tarot reading. Now, if you do get a chance, check out my website. It was a lot of work putting it together. And if the little eye on the sky up there is working, because I just initiated them for this series of videos, you can click on it and theoretically it's supposed to take you directly to my website. And if not, the link is down in the description box. Now, I don't know if you've noticed that there's been a massive intensity since the August eclipses. And last month, Jupiter went into Scorpio, or is going. I'm not sure when you're listening to this. But Jupiter in Scorpio is having people dig deep within themselves. And then Venus is going into Scorpio in November. And that's going to be about relationships and looking deeper into them. And then Neptune is going direct in Pisces. And Neptune and Pisces is both about illusions, hidden things, spirituality. So all of this mixed together makes kind of a scary atmosphere of intensity. And are you really looking at things in a realistic viewpoint? Now, the overall energy card for your reading is the Sun card. The Sun is coming out. There is some clarity. This card is enlightenment. It's a cosmic karma card. Good things are coming around. It says here that you're taking all this crazy energy and doing positive things with it. This makes me think of that song by Tommy Jameson, The Chandels. Crystal Clear Persuasion. Crystal clear persuasion. The sun is arising, and people are changing. And you are changing. Taurus is a stubborn sign. Very headstrong and bold. But all of a sudden it's a breath of fresh air for you to change. For you to finally see a few things that you've been looking at but you haven't really seen. And that song does go on and say to look through your soul and open your mind. And then it says that there's a new vibration coming, and there is. Because the cards on the left are what you know. You receive the Fool and the Chariot. You're ready for a new quest. You want to find out about these mysteries of your life, and you're seeing things now with new eyes. It's funny, but I'm, on the 4th reading now of November? And the same theme is coming through all of them with different cards and combination of cards. But for you, it's just plain out flat that you're going on a new quest. This is a self-discovery. You're not naive anymore. The Fool isn't really naive in a funny way, because he's smart enough to know that he has to go on a new quest and find new experiences in his life to find a complete life. And the Chariot is there just as a governor to discipline you. It's about overcoming opposing forces, and you've had a lot of those in the past. But it is a card about victory of overcoming these opposing forces. It's a card about moving forward. And definitely you are with the Sun card there behind you and the Fool card saying, you're on the move now. Time to change things. This Chariot card could say too that you're going to be doing some traveling. Maybe for edification. Some type of education thing going on here. But you are moving forward. Now the cards next door for what is or can be yours bring you down to earth a little bit, because you have the Page of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Now the Page of Cups is a fantasy card. Sometimes you're not looking at things with reality when it comes to love and emotions. And either, you're up in the clouds from falling in love, or down in the pits from unrequited love. There's no in between. You're off the charts one way or the other. And this has caused some type of depression with the 5 of Cups. Things didn't quite work out the way you wanted them to. You've been maybe living a little bit in the past and wishing that things had. Now it's time to go across that bridge from the past to the future. and start living in the future and accepting, well, it didn't happen quite that way, and I have to look a little more maturely at things than I have had about my emotional status and relationships. But that's okay, because the cards next door for what your self-awareness or just yourself, you receive the King of Cups and the Nine of Wands. The King of Cups is saying, yeah, all of a sudden you've got this more mature outlook on relationships. And he is there to help you through some hard times when you've been hurt from them too. But he is mastering his passions and telling you to do that too. Put it back into a reality realm. Stay out of that fantasy with the Page of Cups. Now there's been a hard knocks going on here because you received the Nine of Wands. This is a time-out card, a respite. You know, you're taking a little time out, thinking things over. You're in between battles and more is coming, but you're almost to the finish line. This is one of those cards where you're leaping over the finish line and people are going to be cheering you on. This all wasn't an easy transition, but you know you are transitioning now. You see it with clarity with the Sun card. You're going through the new experiences with the Fool card. But now being able to discipline yourself and have self-confidence at the same time. And that's what the Chariot brought into the party. Now the King of Cups is there also to help you obtain your long-term goals. And I think a lot of this has to do with some relationships that haven't worked out. And you're looking for something stable and steady. Come on, you're a Taurian. You know, you do want to know what's happening every day you wake up in the morning. But there is going to be some changes in circumstances. Because the future cards is the Tower, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Lots of cups there, lots of emotions rolling around here. And the Tower card isn't a bad card to get. It's just saying that there's been a change of circumstances. There's been a release and even maybe a relief. The Tower is a neutral card. It's up to you how you deal with it, whether it really crashes and burns or whether it's just a benefit for your life that you've done something different and you're changing. Now the Seven of Cups is a hard decision card. There's prizes and poisons in every cup, and which one should you choose? Sometimes it's an illusion card too. And with Neptune and Pisces going forward, you might not see things quite clearly. And the Sun card is reminding you to see things with clarity. Don't let the Page of Cups back there affect you in your thinking. Go with the King of Cups, the mature thought. Now something's coming in from your past because you received the Six of Cups. And this card is about nostalgia, so there's a decision to be made about something from your past that's in your future now, which is a paradox in itself. There might be a decision that you have to revisit some things from your past, for the good or the bad. For the good is that it's bringing more benefit for you in the future. And if it's negative, it's you looking at things and finally getting rid of some emotional baggage. It can go either way, or both actually. But this has turned into a spiritual quest with the Sun card up there too. You're balancing out your mind, body, and spirit now and making an alignment. What you have to do is find an alignment between the past, present, and future. Master Lao Tzu said that if you're depressed, you're living in the past, which could be the Five of Cups card. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. And if you're at peace, you're living in the present. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.